how are you? I hope you all are fine. In this video, we'll discuss about the parts of cell wall, that is primary cell wall, secondary cell wall, tertiary cell wall. Okay, so let's discuss one by one about these three parts, like about secondary cell wall, primary cell wall, and tertiary cell wall. Okay. So first of all, we will discuss about primary cell wall. So let's see some points related to primary cell wall. It present after just below the middle lamella. Okay. Suppose this one is the outer part of the cell wall, that is called middle lamella. Okay. You all know that this is middle lamella. So it present the primary cell wall is just after the, we can say, just before the middle lamella. Okay. The next layer is our primary cell wall. Okay. So let's discuss about this. So first point is that it is the outermost layer elastic in nature. Okay. So it is the outermost layer and also thin and elastic. Okay. Layer thin and elastic in nature. That is composed of, let's say another point, composed of cellulosic microfibril hemicellulose and fatty. Okay. Our first point is that is the outermost layer, that is called primary cell wall. Okay. And after that there is thin elastic. It is thin elastic in nature and it is composed of cellulosic microfibril. Okay. So I hope you understand about primary cell wall, that it is, and this one is the part of the cell wall. Okay, this one is the part of the cell wall. So like this one, suppose this one is a tertiary cell wall, this one is the secondary cell wall, this one is the primary cell wall, and all three is these three layers is called cell wall. Okay. And after that there is a layer of what? Middle lamella. So that's why it is given that it is the outermost layer of the cell wall. Okay. Middle lamella is not a part of cell wall. Okay. It is just present after the primary cell wall. Okay. Which is helps to connect the two adjacent cells and also make juicy and we can say sweet. Okay. Now our next point is that it is composed of cellulosic microfibril. Okay. And hemicellulose and pectin. Okay. So I hope you understand about primary cell wall, and it's these are the matrix, okay, and this is the plate-like structure, okay, plate-like structure. Okay, so these are the red line. This one, the red line one, is called as cellulosic microfibril. Okay, and this one is called as matrix. Okay, so this one is called cellulosic microfibril. Okay, and it is like in a plate-like structure. Okay, plate-like structure, and this dot is called as matrix. Okay, so this is the simple figure of the plasma. Sorry, not plasma. It's a primary cell wall. Okay, this is a layer. Like after this type of layer, they okay, in a shape of circle, you can say. Okay, so I hope you understand about this, about the primary cell wall. Okay, after that the second part is about secondary cell wall. So let's see some points related to secondary cell wall. Okay, so secondary cell wall, it is our first, it present below the primary cell wall. Okay, so our first point is it present below the primary cell wall. After that, our next point is it is one primary cell wall is thin, but it is secondary cell wall is thick as respect to the primary cell wall. Okay, so thick, we can say thick with respect to primary cell wall. Okay, it is thick with respect to primary cell wall. Primary cell wall is thin and also elastic in nature, but it is, we can say it is thick with respect to primary cell wall, and also not elastic. It is not elastic. Okay, it is rigid, hard, we can say tough. Okay, rigid, hard, and it is composed of cellulosic microfibril hemicellulose and pectin. Okay, their composition is same, but still it is thick and it is the primary cell wall is thin. Okay. see one bullet point, that is it is present in most of the plant cell but absent in So here is given that it is present in most, it is rigid, hard, composed of cellulosic, microfibril, semicellulose and pectin. Okay, its composition is same but still it is hard than primary cell wall, and also it is we can say thick with respect to the primary cell wall, but their composition is same. The primary cell wall is also made up of cellulosic, microfibril, hemicellulose and the pectin. But here is also the secondary cell wall is also composed of cellulosic, microfibril, hemicellulose and the pectin. Okay, but still it is hard and thick. After that, here is given that it is present in most of the plant cell but absent in meristem cell and parenchymatous cell. So these two type of cell are exception of secondary cell wall, that secondary cell wall are not present in the meristem cell and parenchymatous cell. Meristem cell, it is because of it is a growing, we can say it helps in growth of the plant, but with the help of but thick layer or we can say rigid, it cannot be grown. Okay, so we can say that that's why meristem cell it is absent. Okay, so this is about the secondary cell wall. Okay, so I hope you understand about the secondary cell wall. Now after that, here is about the structure of secondary cell wall. Okay. You can see here that how it is very complex in you can say in structure, okay, like a net. But in the previous one we have seen that it is only like a parallel line. Okay, you can see here that it is only like parallel lines. Okay, but in the secondary cell wall here is given about net. Okay, like net like structure. This red one is S1, blue is S2 and the green is S3. Okay, so it is also a plate like structure, plate like structure. Okay, and the between this one is the this one is the dot is what else? It is the matrix. Okay, I hope you understand about all this blank space is called as matrix. Okay, this one is the matrix. Okay, so this one is the structure of secondary cell wall, about the secondary cell wall structure. Okay, so I hope you understand. It is also a plate like structure, but It is we can see here that 3 layers are here. Firstly, in a parallel way, after that in a horizontal way, sorry, in a we can say vertical way, and after that the third layer, that is the green one. Okay, so 3 layers are present between in the secondary cell wall. Okay, so this is about the secondary cell wall. I hope you understand about the secondary cell wall. Now our last part of the cell wall, that is tertiary cell wall. Let's discuss about the last one, that is the tertiary cell wall. So in this, our first point is it is present only in tracheids of gymnosperm. So it is present only in the tracheids of gymnosperm. Okay. It is a type of plant group. Okay. And it is composed of hemicellulose, xylem and lignin. Okay. Its composition is different. That is, it is chemically made up of hemicellulose, xylem and lignin. Okay. It is about tertiary cell wall. So I hope you understand about all the parts of the cell wall, that is about the primary cell wall, secondary cell wall and the tertiary cell wall. Okay. Now we are having our next, that is opposition. Okay, about opposition. So we will discuss this topic in the next video. Okay. So I hope you, and also about the plasmodesmata and about the extra deposition of material in the cell wall. Okay. So I hope you understand all the things till here. It is 3 parts of the cell wall. The first one, that is about primary cell wall. That it is the outermost layer of the cell wall, and also it is thin and elastic in nature, and it is composed of cellulosic microfibrils, hemicellulose and pectin. Okay, and these lines are called as microfibrils. Okay, and the yellow dot is red matrix. Okay, so this is the structure of, we can say, primary cell wall. After that, here is about the secondary cell wall, that is, it is present below the primary cell wall, and also it is thick in nature, and with respect to the primary cell wall it is thick in nature, and after that it is very rigid with respect to primary cell wall. It is rigid, that's why it is non-elastic also, and also because it is hard. Okay, and its composition is same as a primary cell wall, that made up of cellulosic microfibril, hemicellulose and pectin. After that, our next point is, that is, it is present in most of the plant cell but absent in the meristem cell and parenchymatous cell. Okay, so it is present in most of the cell, but there are 2 exceptions, that is meristem cell and the parenchymatous cell. Okay, and this is the structure of secondary cell wall. Okay, like a net. It is also like a plate structure. Okay, we can see that 3 layers are present in the secondary cell wall. Last one, that is about the tertiary cell wall, that it is present in only in tertiary of gymnosperm. Okay, so it is only present in trichodes of, this is a type of, you can say, a plant group. Okay, angiosperm and gymnosperm. And after that, the next point is that is, it is chemically made up of hemicellulose and xylene and lignin. Okay, it is chemically made up of hemicellulose, xylene and lignin. Its composition is different as compared to primary cell wall and the secondary cell wall. Okay, so I hope you understand about the parts of the cell wall. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.